Hi, this is Dan Kennedy. Welcome to Module 1 of the Writing for Info Marketers Training and Certification Program. Before we get started, I want to remind you that there are 4 modules. You have also received a reference manual and a copy of the Information Marketing Association's book. If you haven't already read the book, it should get done before Module 2. Between it and Module 1, you'll get grounded in what the information marketing industry is all about and how the entrepreneurs and companies in it operate. In Module 2, you'll also get a resources directory of experts and vendors to this industry so that you can visit their websites and obtain their information to further your understanding, and so that you have access to resources as you need them in your work with clients. Often, in working with info marketers, predominantly as a copywriter, you will need to also facilitate their implementation of your work. In Module 3, you'll get instructions for listing your availability in the online directory of Dan Kennedy Certified Info Marketing Copywriters provided by AWAI and the Information Marketing Association, although you'll need to complete certification before doing so. Finally, in Module 4, we'll look at actual copywriting for info marketers. At the end, you can apply for and secure your certification. I should tell you that with each module, I'll be giving you some additional homework recommendations, books or sections of books to read, websites to visit, work to do. I say recommendations, not assignments, because we won't be checking up on you. It'll be up to you to determine how thoroughly prepared you want to be. Now let's get started with Module 1, something of an overview of the information marketing industry. Our objectives in Module 1 are for you to understand the kinds of businesses that make up the industry, how they operate, what they sell, who their customers are, and get a good sense of the size and scope of the opportunity they present to freelance copywriters and content writers. In Module 2, we'll get into these clients' specific needs. In Module 3, where to find them and how to effectively present yourself to them. And Module 4, how to write successfully for them. The information marketing industry has 4 basic divisions. The origins of the modern information marketing industry trace all the way back to the 1900s, to England, then here in America, with the earliest versions of the self-help movement and authors like Samuel Smiles and Orison Swett Marden. In 1917, one of America's first billionaires, Andrew Carnegie, set the young writer Napoleon Hill on a 20-year research mission that ultimately culminated in the book Think and Grow Rich, which may be the most famous of all works in its genre. The self-improvement segment of the information marketing industry thrives today and is fundamentally evergreen. It encompasses books, courses, online courses, seminars, life coaches, coaching programs, and much more. It deals with human potential and performance subject matter like goals, time management, self-esteem, self-confidence, relationships, parenting, and stretches over to weight loss, health, and fitness. Much later, the other 2 main parts of the information marketing industry developed. The second is the how-to, or do-it-yourself segment, where people buy information about everything from growing the largest tomatoes to repairing their own motorcycles to teaching their dogs tricks to home repair to winning at poker, and the list of these categories of interest is endless. One of the info marketers I first studied in the early 1970s, Jerry Buchanan, began what became a $1 million-a-year one-man business by selling a little book he wrote about how to rid your garden of gophers. Even Home Depot is in this business as an info marketer. They publish and sell how-to books and DVDs. Martha Stewart is very much in this business. But because there are so many small and narrow special interests, this segment of the info marketing industry is rife with small-time independent operators, kitchen table entrepreneurs, who may be happily making a small income, maybe at $1 million a year or so, or maybe generating even more revenue. The third division, where I have built my own info businesses, and where I've done and do most of my work as a copywriter, is in business how-to, with the customers already established small business owners, ambitious entrepreneurs, private practice owners, and sales professionals, as well as in the corporate world, CEOs, CFOs, HRD professionals, managers, and salespeople. This is where I will spend the majority, but not all of my time with you in these modules, because this is where the most readily accessible clients, most work, and most money for copywriters can be found. Finally, fourth is the opportunity industry, which overlaps the information marketing industry. It sells to people not yet in business or to established business owners interested in a new and different or sideline money-making venture or skill. AWAI itself actually falls into this category with the portion of its business that interests novices and beginners in becoming freelance writers. So there is a way to divide the industry into four parts. It's also a way to categorize companies, although many are operating in more than one of the four at the same time. I'm going to give you examples to look at before we're done with this module. We can also divide the industry into two basic kinds of operating systems. Many traditional information marketers pigeonhole themselves as single focus or function businesses. By that I mean they think of themselves in a narrowly defined way, and all or most of their focus is on that one thing, with other activities subordinated. For example, a newsletter publisher that thinks of itself and operates as a newsletter publisher. A company you're likely familiar with, Boardroom, begun by my friend Marty Edelston, is a newsletter publisher, a specialty book publisher, and is in the list rental business, and that's it. They operate a simple business, and therefore their needs for variety of work from copywriters are few, either beating controls or creating new campaigns to sell subscriptions or get renewals for one of their stable of newsletters or a package to sell a book. Another company you're familiar with, Nightingale Conant, is an audio publisher of self-improvement and business programs and is predominantly a catalog company. Again, they do not engage in complex and sophisticated info marketing. They need solo direct mail packages and online marketing copy for individual titles, and they need catalog copy, and that's about it. For shorthand, we will identify these companies as using traditional models. This is not to say such companies can't be good clients, but I think most copywriters are best served by working with info marketing clients using the other kind of operating system, which is much more complex, has many more moving parts, and is much needier when it comes to both copy that sells and content copy. For shorthand, we'll identify these companies as using the Kennedy model, because most have, in fact, built their businesses either with my direct input or by attending the seminars and conferences or buying the home study courses about info marketing I've produced, or by copycatting others who did originate with me. The info marketers using the Kennedy model tend to differ from the traditionalists by viewpoint. They do not pigeonhole themselves. They see their businesses as integration of many income sources and being all about the customer, while the traditionalists see their businesses as all about a product and a method of doing business, with few other things as secondary or even necessary evils. Finally, those using the Kennedy model tend to have an ascension pyramid. Traditionalists have a single centerpiece and satellites in orbit around it. Another way to survey this landscape has to do with market division. There are three main markets: niche, subculture, and mainstream. Let's begin by noting that the general population divides itself into niches and sub-niches, and subcultures and sub-subcultures. A niche is occupational, vocational, professional, or business and engaged in for profit. A subculture is recreational, personal interest, hobby, passion, extracurricular, and more often than not engaged in for profit. Yes, there can be overlap, but we won't yet get too complicated. An example of a niche is dentists, and the dental profession is a very healthy marketplace for many info marketers. Within that niche, there are many sub-niches: dentists who sell Invisalign braces, dentists who sell dentures, upscale cosmetic dentists, and so on. And there are info marketers who have products and services niched just to such a sub-niche. This same market, dentists, can be sub-niched by geography, small-town dentists, or big city dentists, by the age of the dentist. So an info marketer selling information about retirement planning, selling the practice to retire, or investment strategies, or a sideline business opportunity, might target dentists age 55 and above, while an info marketer selling information about expanding the practice by adding separate retail smile centers or one-day denture clinics might target dentists between the ages of 30 and 50. The subculture overlap might be dentists who are avid rabid golfers, and this might be used by an info marketer to dentists to place his seminar at a golf resort, bring in a senior tour golf celebrity to play with the attendees, and even talk about how to double practice profits yet work half as many days so you can play more golf. A subculture market, as example, might just be golfers, or classic car owners, or photography, or cooking buffs. And there are many info marketers doing nicely in each of those subculture markets. Each offers sub-subcultures too. Golfers with arthritis, owners of classic muscle cars, people interested in nature photography, people interested in Italian cooking. There are also mainstream info marketers, casting the broadest possible reach. Rodale, mostly a specialty book publisher, has done this with South Beach diet books. At any given moment, 40% of the American population is starting on or giving up on a diet. The health subject area is where you find a lot of mainstream info marketers because the market is so big and broad. To give a narrower yet mainstream example, I have an info marketer client selling information and on the back end coaching to families with issues related to aging parents and family members, including arranging for in-home care, being caregivers, dealing with Alzheimer's, selecting an assisted living facility, home safety for elders living independently, and legal and financial planning. The baby boomer population is peaking, and behind it the senior age wave, so over 60% of the population is either an aging senior or the adult child involved with an aging senior. Finally, we can look at this industry through one more different lens: media. There are many info marketers who are either 100% reliant or predominantly focused on a single media or media category. There are three big divisions: online, offline, and integration. There are info marketers who consider themselves internet marketers and do little or nothing with other media. I have, for example, a client who is a niche info marketer who markets only to established real estate agents and brokers and only uses websites, online video, webinars, email, and social media for his front-end marketing. The media is used to drive people to teleseminars, into local preview seminars, and into major conferences, and there coaching is sold. But in the front end of his business, he uses no direct mail and rarely uses print advertising. He is 90% focused on the internet. I also have a client who sells entirely by direct mail and does not even offer a website address to prospects. He only uses online media for members only after they have subscribed to one of his newsletters, and he is very much focused on direct mail. A company like Boardroom is almost entirely focused on direct mail. So many do divide into online or offline. Many others, and most using the Kennedy model, are and think of themselves as integrated marketers. Their front-end business, meaning their acquisition of new customers, has many doors open simultaneously, uses online and offline media, uses email and websites to capture contact info, to then send direct mail, and direct mail, and in some cases print ads, radio, and TV, is used to drive people to websites. Their back-end business, meaning everything they do to monetize a customer after they secure one, is much more complex and again uses most available media in an integrated way. These info marketers offer much greater opportunity to copywriters because they are in constant, diversified, and expanding need of both sales and content copy to feed their multimedia beast. So let's summarize. Then we'll move on to yet another look at different kinds of info marketing businesses and some examples and homework recommendations to go and look at these examples' online presence. To summarize, an understanding of the information marketing business, the four main divisions are self-improvement, how-to and do-it-yourself, business how-to, and opportunities. Keep in mind that Kennedy model, complex info businesses, often begin their relationship with their customers as one thing and then become more than one thing. As example, the info business built around me, Glazer Kennedy Insider Circle, begins its relationships with most customers as a business how-to company. Its flagship info product is the No BS marketing letter. Another flagship product is the magnetic marketing system. And most of my books, which serve to bring in customers, are very business how-to in nature, like the Ultimate Marketing Plan, the Ultimate Sales Letter, the No BS Price Strategy, and No BS Ruthless Management of People and Profits. However, once the customers come in through the business how-to company's door, we also become a self-improvement company, notably evident in a line of products and series of seminars under the brand banner of Renegade Millionaire System. Anyway, our 4 industry divisions are self-improvement, how-to and do-it-yourself, business how-to, and opportunities. There are 2 basic operating systems for information marketing businesses, traditional and Kennedy model. There are 3 markets, niche, subculture, and mainstream. And there are 3 media use divisions, online, offline, and integrated. Now let's look at this industry in one more way, divided up by its deliverables, by the primary things they do and sell, keeping in mind that every one of these has enormous need for both copywriting and content writing. There are 9 chief categories of deliverables within information marketing companies. Number 1, authorship and publishing. Number 2, speaking and training. Number 3, events. Number 4, business and money-making opportunities. Number 5, consulting and coaching. Number 6, coaching programs, clubs, societies, and fraternities. Number 7, done-for-them services. Number 8, niche within niche, or sub-subculture specialized goods and services. And number 9, affiliate, joint venture, license, media, and distribution. I'll briefly describe each, then we'll get to examples. And I'll describe the examples by these numbers, 1 through 9, that are involved in their businesses. So you'll want to have this list in front of you when we get to the examples. Number 1, authorship and publishing deliverables are, by Kennedy model info marketers, often referred to broadly as information products or info products. These include such things as books, manuals, audio programs, video programs, online courses, newsletters, CD of the month clubs, and bundles of these products into memberships. And those operating by the Kennedy model often sell memberships on monthly continuity that continues via auto charge unless the member cancels, rather than yearly term subscriptions that must be renewed. Almost all info marketers' businesses feature products of the info marketer's own authorship and making, but many also sell products co-authored or co-created with others, or even authored or created by others. 3 examples of such products from the Glazer Kennedy catalog include recordings made with members of one of my platinum coaching groups, where everybody participated and everybody got rights to the same product. A product co-authored by me with Sydney Barrows, and another co-authored with Chip Kessler, both home study course extensions of books. Again, keep in mind, each of these products birthed need for copywriting, for a sales letter, for email campaigns when first launched, for separate websites, and for catalogs. Number 2, speaking and training. Many info marketers began building their businesses as professional speakers and/or promote themselves as hired gun speakers and go speak at various places as a means of customer acquisition. A subset of the information marketing industry, incidentally, is made up of professional speakers who can be transformed into full-fledged info marketers by a copywriter who leads them and writes for them. Many info marketers also operate training businesses. In the business how-to category, for example, some are in the staff training business so that their customers, the business owners, pay them to train their employees. Again, we'll get to examples shortly. Number 3, events. Almost all info marketers operating by the Kennedy model, as well as many traditionalists, create and market events to their own customers, such as annual conventions, expos, and specialized topic boot camps, workshops, and summits. This is not limited to business how-to marketers either. The month I am putting the finishing touches on this module, I'm attending a meeting and expo of the Antique Advertising Association, a subculture association for those of us who are collectors of antique advertising signs, posters, and artifacts. And I just attended a D23 event with 1,200 other people at Disney World, a conference for adult Disney fans. For many info marketers, events are a very, very important part of their businesses, where a lot of their total profit comes from and where products and services are sold. Many info marketers also create and market events to the general public or to target prospect audiences, both nationally and as road shows traveling to many local markets for profit per se or just as a means of customer acquisition. Info marketers who teach investing in real estate, as example, can frequently be seen advertising on TV and in newspapers and heard on radio promoting free or paid seminars in a given city or town. The biggest public event info marketer I've ever advised, written copy for, and spoke on programs for is Peter Lowe's Success Events, now branded as Get Motivated. I appeared on 25 to 27 of those events in 25 to 27 different cities every year for 9 years, with audiences of 5,000 to as many as 35,000 people. Much of event marketing uses a lot of different media and requires a considerable amount of copywriting. There is marketing to fill the event, then marketing after the event to those who did not attend, selling various info products that were offered at the event and/or info products created by recording the event. Many info marketers have institutionalized, regularly reoccurring events too, which is good news for the copywriter who proves adept at filling its seats once. As example, a client of mine, Restaurant Marketing Systems, held an annual conference for its 5,000 or so customers who own restaurants with a target of 1,000 attending. Each year, a new theme had to be created, different speakers brought in, and an entirely new copywriting project occurred, which I did every year for 7 consecutive years. Number 4, business and money-making opportunities. Many info marketers provide money-making opportunities, distributorships, business opportunities, and franchises, and often the buyers brought together by that means are then treated just as are the customers of other info marketers on the back end, meaning they are sold info products, training, coaching, events, and more. Number 5, consulting and coaching. Many info marketers have their info products as a means of creating consulting clients, others to create coaching clients. There's a thin line of differentiation between the two, but simplistically, consulting tends to be solely B2B and involve work product and deliverables. Coaching tends to be broader. There are life coaches, relationship coaches, anxiety and stress relief coaches, parenting coaches, and on and on. Both are definitionally one-to-one, thus manual labor intensive. As example, I have currently 11 clients in my private client group who get a personal 20-minute coaching session by phone 10 out of 12 months during the year, some other one-to-one access, and a consulting day once during the year. Number 6, coaching programs, clubs, societies, and fraternities. Many info marketers sell one or more group delivery coaching programs. Some include mastermind group meetings, monthly group conference calls, access to personal coaches one-on-one, and access to exclusive resources. Some are limited in size, others are open-ended. A number of info marketers also have clubs, societies, or fraternities that are all about the networking, deal-making, or even just socializing of the participants. Number 7, done-for-them services. This has been the fastest growing aspect of Kennedy model info marketers in recent years, for many reasons that I'll talk about when we get all the way to Module 4 about copy to sell them. There are info marketers for whom services are actually the main business, others for whom it is adjunct. Services include done-for-them websites, customer contact and follow-up programs, direct mail programs, customer newsletters, social media marketing, and much more. For the copywriter, alone or in partnership with a vendor, this can open up a door to the info marketer as conduit and partner to hundreds or even thousands of clients. As example, One writer creates a monthly client newsletter for lawyers that is marketed to all the lawyers subscribing to an Info marketer's entire system for practice building. He is in the business how-to arena, coaching attorneys. He urges them to do newsletters. He offers them a standardized program from the copywriter. She creates a monthly template used by all the participating attorneys. She slightly customizes it for each attorney. She handles everything. Each attorney pays about $300 a month, which she splits with the Info marketer. Last I checked in, they have about 200 participating attorneys. Thus, her income is $30,000, essentially from writing one 8-page newsletter, plus about 10 minutes per user to handle the customization. In total, under 40 hours or 1 week a month, about $750 an hour. In niches, many business how-to companies organize some or all of their Info products, training, and coaching into what I've termed area-exclusive programs, permitting only one customer per defined area or territory to buy it. These tend to combine number 6 and number 7. Some even go further into full-fledged franchising, which is just a different way of delivering number 6 plus number 7. Number 8, niche within niche, or subculture within subculture, specialized goods and services. Many Info marketers start out broad within a niche, but over time start slicing and dicing their market, their customers, and their deliverables by micro-specialization. For example, one of the Info marketers working in the dental niche began with and still has a broad, make your practice more successful approach. But after 5 years, he has developed over 15 different specialized programs, each with its own Info products, training, coaching programs, and done-for-them services. These include a program just for dentists doing sleep dentistry, another just for dentists doing implants, another for the dentist hygiene department, and so on. Each one, of course, requiring its own sales letters, websites, videos, webinars, and teleseminars to sell it, and its own content to feed the buyers after they buy. Number 9, affiliate, joint venture, licensing, media, and distribution. That's a mouthful. Well, first of all, many Info marketers very actively sell through affiliates, and that requires periodically coming up with a whole new promotion that will excite those affiliates. At Kennedy, as example, there are tens of thousands of affiliates, and they are serviced with weekly product promotions, quarterly special promotions, and teleseminar promotions every time I bring out a new book, each one requiring its own series of emails, articles, websites, and online videos. Many Info marketers are as much in the business of distribution of other people's products as anything. They are what I call toll booth owners, and their main business is collecting tolls, often from people with good Info products but lousy marketing or absent platforms of their own. I have a client, for example, who goes to great lengths to maintain an opt-in email list of about 300,000 people very interested in making money from home in their spare time. Every 6 weeks, he conducts an entirely new promotion for an opportunity, course, seminar, or Info product authored, represented, and delivered by somebody else. He has all the marketing created. Occasionally, for something of very big potential, I'm the copywriter. Other times, different freelancers write the campaigns. The author and product provider fulfills whatever is being sold. They split the revenue 50-50 after taking the copywriter's fee and the hard cost of the deliverables out. Last year, he averaged $150,000 net for himself per promotion. That's $1.2 million without ever creating, publishing, or owning any Info products or even fulfilling any orders. And he doled out 8 very nice copywriting assignments. Some Info marketers also are, in essence, media businesses, deriving a lot of their revenue from paid advertising, both overt and stealth. These need a lot of content and often pay content writers, or at least publish a ton of content provided free in which the writers can promote themselves. Let me talk you through some examples, tell you by the numbers which of these 9 deliverables they are involved with, and as a homework recommendation, direct you to a starting point website where you can see what they're up to. My friends Bill and Steve Harrison, clients of mine now and then, among other things, publish a newsletter for authors called Book Marketing Update, which they themselves write. Behind it, partly fed by it, several times a year they conduct their National Publicity Summit, which is essentially speed dating for authors and experts with media editors and producers. They also have a couple different coaching programs for authors, and they offer or represent certain services, including book ghostwriting, publicity, and advertising to the media via their radio and TV interview report. By the numbers, they are a number 1 with number 3, 6, and 7. Steve also frequently speaks at various conferences, conventions, and meetings to promote their company and to sell info products they have about succeeding as an author, so they are also a number 2. Their main marketing machine features frequent teleseminars, each featuring different experts with an info product to sell, so they are also a number 9. Let's talk about a couple business how-to companies in different niches. I work closely with a client, Matt Zagula, who publishes a newsletter, The Millionaire Advisor, and operates coaching programs for top-income financial advisors. He is also in a joint venture with a major annuities company to recruit top advisors. And the coaching program connects the advisors with selected done-for-them services, vendors, such as done-for-them custom books, done-for-them client newsletters, and done-for-them online media. He is predominantly a number 6, but very much a number 9, 7, and also a number 1. I write a lot of copy for Matt and for done-for-them advertising provided for use by all the coaching members, and I co-authored a promotional book with Matt that has been widely advertised in financial services and insurance trade journals titled Creating Trust. Working with lawyers, you can find Ben Glass and his company, Great Legal Marketing. Ben provides info products, training, boot camps, and coaching programs for lawyers, originally for personal injury attorneys, but recently adding duplicate programs for bankruptcy and divorce attorneys. The glue of Ben's business is his newsletter and related continuity programs. His company also connects its lawyer customers with a big portfolio of done-for-them services, including websites, YouTube videos, client newsletters, and much more. While the main focus of the business is as a number 6, it is also a number 1, 2, 3, and 7. Ben's business is built on the Kennedy model and is very similar and comparable to hundreds of different niches, like restaurant marketing systems that I mentioned earlier. Craig Proctor in real estate, also mentioned earlier, and if you can name a business or profession, there's at least one to many info marketers there. Also in this business how-to area, a client, Dr. Chris Tomczak, who evolved into full-fledged franchising, now with over 350 franchised chiropractic clinics nationwide. While I wrote the original copy to sell the franchise, Chris uses and constantly experiments with freelance copywriters to do the health-related newspaper inserts, mailers, websites, emails, and other materials he furnishes to those 350 franchisees. Chris's company is predominantly a number 7. Now an opportunity example. My client, Michael Gravett at safetytechnology.com. The product lines are not information. They are personal home and small business safety and security items like pepper spray, alarms, and nanny cams. But in reality, his company is predominantly a number 4 because it puts people in the business of selling these items via dealerships and includes online tools like websites and offline tools like catalogs. Behind its number 4, it is then a number 6 and a number 7 because coaching is sold to the distributors separately, as are various services such as web hosting and search engine optimization. Another opportunity example, a client of mine, Michael Kimball, sells money-making information related to real estate investing, principally via direct mail that drives interested people to websites. Here's a quick peek at some of those marketing pieces. In this, his company is a number 1. For the customers, though, there are 5 different coaching programs and some services, so his company is also a number 6 and a number 7. To get a big, broad look at a lot of opportunity marketers, you might visit a magazine newsstand. The ones at Barnes & Noble or OfficeMax are best for this, and pick up copies of the following magazines: small business opportunities, home business opportunities, new business opportunities, and entrepreneur. See if you can decipher which are traditionalists and which are Kennedy model, which might be better copywriting clients than others. This is a homework recommendation. By the way, you'll find the full-page ad I wrote for Michael Gravett in most of them every month, which means a royalty check to feed my racehorses. In the subculture category, a fine example is Penny Halgren at How to Quilt. Penny is a very successful solo info marketer, predominantly relying on online media, selling how-to information, courses, patterns, and other paraphernalia to people who love to make quilts. Hers is, at this point, a simple, #1 business. Also in the subculture category, but with a much bigger and more complex business, very worth studying, John Duquesne's Dragon Door Publishing, featuring health, fitness, extreme fitness, and martial arts info products and gear. So it is a #1. But John, a longtime student of mine, is a full-fledged cataloger and aggressive affiliate marketer. He markets events and certification events to his customers, and he offers coaching. So he is also a #3, 5, and 9 business. This is a multi-million-dollar-a-year business that is brilliantly run. And while John is an excellent copywriter and writes most of his own copy, he has hired freelancers from time to time. Finally, in the subculture category, if you follow our friends at Agora, you know that there is an entire subculture of politically conservative, financially conservative investors rabidly interested in predictions and forecasts, analysis, opinion, and philosophy, who support an entire industry of financial and investment opinion newsletters. Many also have societies attached. Some serve as distribution for actual investments like gold and silver. Some connect subscribers with service providers like asset protection attorneys. Many put on seminars and events. So they are #1, plus 3, 6, and 7. And most work cooperatively with many of their competitors, so they are a #9. A fine example of such a business is Lee Bellinger's American Lantern Press, which publishes his Independent Living newsletter. I would be remiss in presenting the information marketing industry's examples if I omitted Glazer Kennedy Insider Circle, and at least gave you a quick overview, because so many other info marketers model their businesses after Glazer Kennedy, and because Glazer Kennedy incorporates numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Glazer Kennedy is a fairly large info marketing company that began as an add-on to my professional speaking business. Today it is a multi-million-dollar-a-year company involved in virtually every aspect of info marketing, using almost all media, with about 300,000 opt-in free subscribers and catalog customers, 25,000 members, a giant affiliate network, and even local chapters operating in many cities. I'll dissect it for you in the order of the 9 items, although that will fail to reveal all the integration. I sold the company about 8 years ago, incidentally, to Bill Glazer, and have been in roles as author and content provider, marketing strategist and advisor, speaker, and direct response copywriter since. Very recently, Bill sold the company to a private equity investment group and a new management team with which I am continuing in the same roles. Glazer Kennedy, which I'll call GKIC from here on out, is very big with #1. GKIC's flagship newsletter is the No BS Marketing Letter, but it publishes 5 other newsletters and distributes one it does not publish. It publishes a large catalog of info products authored by me, by Bill, and by others, as well as 2 monthly audio series, books, online courses, and a variety of web content, including No BS TV. #2, both Bill and I occasionally speak at non-GKIC engagements, in part to promote GKIC. This year, for example, I have 5 such engagements, including one via Skype to a conference in London. Many of the GKIC-affiliated independent business advisors also speak for many groups in their local areas. GKIC has in-depth online training courses on a number of subjects, and one of the plans of the new owners is for much more development of online training aimed at the mid-sized corporate market. Also added, new member training workshops. #3, There are two institutionalized international events every year which play a major role in the GKIC business. In the spring, a marketing and money-making super conference spanning 4 days, and in the fall, the Info Summit spanning 3 days. These draw upwards from 1,500 attendees, about 70% from the U.S., 30% from other countries. They feature celebrity entrepreneur guest speakers like Gene Simmons of KISS, Joan Rivers, Ivanka Trump, George Foreman, and Kathy Ireland. Someone most of you know was a speaker at the 2011 Super Conference, Michael Masterson. I'm showing you right now the main brochure I wrote for the upcoming 2011 Info Summit, done in tabloid theme, as our celebrity guest is the 20-year-old editor of the National Enquirer. In addition, GKIC conducts several multi-thousand-dollar fee specialized and advanced trainings throughout the year, and in 2012 is adding an event exclusively for women entrepreneurs. In total, the GKIC events business generates millions of dollars annually. The two events each get 4-month marketing cycles, replete with a veritable mountain of sales letters, brochures, newsletter inserts, email campaigns, designated websites with video sales letters, and social media promotion, requiring a mountain of copywriting, some by me, some by Bill, some by a GKIC staff writer, and some by freelancers. In fact, GKIC has been interviewing a number of freelancers from AWAI ranks even as I record this. Number 4. GKIC often has business and money-making opportunities presented to our members via guest speakers at events, exhibitors at the exhibit halls at events, or by dedicated online marketing campaigns done as joint ventures. GKIC also has its own opportunity, the operation of a local GKIC chapter and local Kennedy study mastermind groups, which can be a 6-figure income, part-time business for the operator, as well as a feed of consulting, coaching, or even copywriting clients. There is also a licensed package of special GKIC products provided to distributors. Number 5. While GKIC itself is not in the consulting business, nor yet in the one-on-one coaching business, it has fed my own private coaching as well as my private coaching groups and provided about 70% of my copywriting clients. And currently, Bill operates 3 coaching groups of his own and occasionally takes consulting clients. Most of the local independent business advisors are also consultants. Number 6. GKIC has had a large group coaching program for many years, retired in 2009, but soon to be replaced with a new one, averaging 100 to 200 active members. The Diamond membership level includes group coaching calls and some additional coaching, and it has thousands of members. The entire membership has a society or fraternity nature to it. At the local level, almost every chapter also has one or more mastermind group-style coaching program, and GKIC acts as distribution for several specialized coaching programs provided by others, such as an internet marketing program. GKIC also birthed and remains connected to the Information Marketing Association. Number 7. While GKIC is not in the done-for-them services business, as a platform, it supports hundreds of such providers, connecting them with our members via preferred discount arrangements and via the vendors exhibiting at events, contributing content to coaching programs, conducting workshops, and more. The largest of these is Infusionsoft, a software CRM list management provider. Number 8. GKIC has a number of niche-within-niche info products and programs. The company's big umbrella is for butcher, baker, candlestick maker. That is, small business owners, merchants, service providers, private practice owners, sales professionals, as well as authors, speakers, and info marketers, with premise that everybody's in the marketing business. But if you examine the GKIC product catalog, online or in print, you'll see that there are products or product collections for sub-niches, the biggest of which is information marketers, for whom we have specific products, our Connected Information Marketing Association, and its separate newsletter, the No BS Info Letter, the annual Info Summit, and Bill's Info Mastermind groups. GKIC also publishes a separate newsletter, Marketing to the Affluent, and there are products and have been workshops exclusively for businesses targeting the affluent consumer. GKIC is also a platform for countless niche info marketers like the ones I've already used as examples. We feed them downstream, and they feed us upstream. Number 9. The GKIC affiliate marketing machine is large, expansive, and diverse. Anyone is welcome at the basic level, by the way, and you can find affiliate sign-up info at the main dankennedy.com site or get it by emailing customer service. GKIC is also frequently involved in joint venture promotions in both directions. GKIC products being sold through a JV promotion with another info marketer, another info marketer's products sold to GKIC lists or via GKIC media. Recently, I did a teleseminar for Google marketing expert Perry Marshall as part of a promotion of GKIC products and membership to his list. And fairly elaborate online launch-style JV promotions have been done with many info marketers in recent years. There are a few important points to be made just relative to GKIC. First, if you want to inspect a nearly complete and all-encompassing info marketing business, studying GKIC gets you there. Second, a large number of the info marketers you will get as copywriting clients have modeled themselves after GKIC in part or whole, or have missing links that could be taken care of by modeling GKIC. So if you understand it, you go a long way to understanding everything about info marketing. Third, because GKIC uses most media and a lot of sales steps, you'll see examples of copywriting for just about every purpose if you are actively observing GKIC. One last item before bringing this module to a close. There is actually a 10th type of info marketing related business, the vendors who serve the industry. They are important to you for several reasons. First, they might be clients because they must use various media to market their own services, and in many cases, they are creating done-for-them marketing tools sold through info marketers, and they need copywriters for those tools. Second, they might be strong sources of referrals. Vendors to info marketers providing software, websites, email marketing, social media support, printing, publishing, mailing, and other services are often asked for help getting it all written. Third, you may need to call on them to aid your copywriting client with implementation. Making yourself known to these vendors and creating relationships with them can be very useful. Now I want to give you my primary homework recommendations. Number 1, go through this entire module at least a second time to let it all soak in. The information you need to access it again is now appearing on your screen. Jot it down. Number 2, if you haven't done so, read the Information Marketing Association's official guide to getting rich in information marketing. Number 3, sign up for your free trial membership in the Information Marketing Association included with this program. You pay only shipping and handling and get 2 months free. You'll get my No BS info marketing letter and access to all IMA online resources. The link you need to go through AWAI to IMA to enroll is now appearing on your screen. Number 4, also visit www.infomarketingpyramid.com for free videos and a 24-page outline of the IMA's explanation of information marketing businesses. Number 5, visit the websites I provided of sample info marketers and, well, poke around. Take a look at what they're doing and how they are doing it. If they have free things you can sign up for, do so you're exposed to their marketing beyond just the website. If they offer offline information, like a catalog, request it. Number 6, remember that there will be opportunities to get questions answered before we are done with this entire program, so jot them down and keep them. Number 7, you have a printed info marketing dictionary in your notebook. Please review it if you have not already done so. I have additional secondary homework suggestions, a little light reading. First, a book called What a Way to Make a Living, The Lyman Wood Story. It is a personal favorite of mine. Every info marketer I turn on to it finds it fascinating, which is enough reason to read it. I would also suggest Chapter 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 of Richard Benson's book, Secrets of Direct Mail. All of this is dated, as you'll see, but it very much gets to driving forces of info marketing. Now let me talk a bit about the importance of this module to you. The most important thing to understand about info marketers is that they have little time or patience for the incompetent. So they tend to disqualify people who they feel might prove incompetent quickly. They are risk averse in this way. The quickest way to be harshly judged is to display ignorance of the language or the nature, operating structures, and marketing methods of the information marketing field. If you want to gain opportunities with these clients, you must enter the room able to carry on what they judge an intelligent, informed conversation. You cannot appear as an uninformed outsider in need of them educating you about the workings of the business so that you can then be paid by them. I built the module we've just gone through to do two things. One, to give you crash course efficient familiarity with this industry, what it sells and how it sells what it sells. But two, as a beginning, not an end, to direct you to develop your familiarity with the industry so that you can confidently approach and work with clients and they quickly recognize you as prepared to do so. Neither talent or skill alone will get you a foothold in this industry. The catch-22 of how do you get experience if nobody will let you get experience has solutions, which we'll get to in Module 3, but it is made an infinitely higher hurdle if you are ill-prepared and uninformed. So this first module, as well as my homework recommendations, are very important. Finally, a preview of Module 2. We will develop understanding of the needs of the information marketing client. In other words, what copywriting and content writing will he buy that he knows he needs or that can be suggested and made desirable? What media do they use and need copy or content for, and how do they use it? And how you can figure out where you fit and what you can provide. Also, we'll look into the vendors that dominate this industry, including your own Rolodex. In Module 3, we'll move on to the actual getting of clients, and in Module 4, writing for those clients. That's all for now. Back at you in 2 weeks.